Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, assalamu alaikum. Hope everybody is doing well. We are going to be building something. I know that we have not built application yet for a few days, some of the sessions. But of course, building is a lot of fun. You make mistake, but you learn through it. Today's video, we'll be using CodeX. We're going to try to do it in a small number of prompts, build everything together and make sure the prompt is right. So the preparation is the key for today's. So what we will do, we'll actually create a prompt. We will use OpenAI CodeX, which is ChatGPT CodeX, as our large language model, because before we used Claude Code, we used a Gemini to build a bunch of different things, but this is the time that we'll do that. However, I want to do it today in Cursor. I know we're gonna do a Cursor training session. I've done that in person, but I've not created a video. I've done it multiple times in person. But Cursor is definitely really good. And I'm learning, continuously learning. There is so many things to learn in that particular IDE. If you're a VS Code person, this is a VS Code. This is a fork version of VS Code anyway. So we'll jump right in. So why don't we come up with some sort of idea? I believe there are some sites. I think Idea Browser is one of the sites where you can go and you get to see a lot of ideas. You can sign up, you can log in, and the free version of it, and there are some paid version that gives you much more detail things. Unified drone workflow. Let's just look at this. Find ideas, maybe an idea generator. How does it work? Okay, so I'm gonna let you play with it. I will just go to the main one and see if there is any particular idea. So unified drone workflow platform for professional pilots. So it gets weather data. Like if you're a drone pilot, I know this is becoming a big trend, everybody's doing it, and then you can create something, you can put together some sort of workflow, build that API, and you get to see how much money it makes. So one thing I liked about this Idea Browser website is, again, I'm not associated with it anything, and you can build a whole business out of it. I'll show you more detail about this. Now, one thing that you get to see is build your idea. I'll just sign in. And you can build on this idea and continuously, give me 1 second, let me just close it out. You can see how much, what is that opportunity level, problem level, what kind of problem, feasibility, why now. This is a very good timing, and you can make a lot of money. So again, you can go to all different ideas. If you don't like the first one, I'm going to show you the main page of this Idea Browser site, and you can continue to the next ideas. You get to see these ideas, and whenever, if it is a free version, that it comes back on a daily ideas anyway. So now that you've seen these ideas, I found out you can actually use the API to call your ideas as well. So that's why I wanted to show you. We're gonna build some ideas, take some ideas and get something. I know that most of my audiences are students, so I'll focus on something simple enough but effective and impactful. So let's say I want to create a LinkedIn profile that gets me a job very quickly and creates a resume and a cover page. I know that we might have done similar things before. There is a lot of those things can be done. So from a LinkedIn profile, I will get a resume and a cover page that matches a particular job. That's kind of like a broader sense. So I want a single prompt application build. So with that, let me go to ChatGPT. Okay, GPT-5. We are going to be OpenAI based today, building with using CodeX and such. Build me single prompt where I can build the app completely without error and launches locally. Okay, so I want to allow the users to provide the linked in link from their evaluate the linked in public page and provide recommendation for updates. Okay, let's just do this part for now. And there would be, because LinkedIn does not allow a lot of things, so we'll see what kind of errors that we get. Must be most current keywords friendly, which the recruiters and hiring managers are looking for. Okay, provide trends and guidance to change or to change career as well. Okay, I'm just gonna add a thing. Okay, now I will build this using Cursor as IDE and CodeX as coding LLM. Must be one comprehensive prompt for all including all MD files needed. This should also ask to build the application so it is not missing any features. Keep modular, modern, and responsive. Okay. Give me the prompt only which I can copy paste into Cursor. Okay, so that I have asked this to create the prompt, it is gonna think and it will build the prompt. In the meantime, what we will do, see, you get to see it. It is a copy paste prompt. It's an application overview. Enter user public profile backend. So it actually gonna give me everything to some extent, exactly what I need to do, and all of these things, technical requirements. So I got the full prompt here. Generate full markdown for overview, architecture, specs, models, so that it creates everything. Okay. Now that I have it and it is building it, I'm just gonna put that on the side for a moment, and I will go to ChatGPT.com/codex. So you see ChatGPT.com/codex, and I will actually, instead of in my terminal, I'm gonna try Cursor. I will open it up in Cursor. So this is my Cursor, and then it's already installed. I just installed it. Click the button install. So you get it similar to VS Code. You get to install that OpenAI coding agent. Then what we need to do, give me 1 1 second. I just need to go to the palette and connect so that it got installed, and we can do the pre-release version. There is a same thing that you do in your basically in your VS Code. You can do all the stuff in Cursor. Some of you have done quite a bit of stuff in Cursor, so which is great. I'm just gonna go to File, open a folder. I'll come up with a new folder called Cursor CodeX app linked in. Okay, I will create one and I'll open that up. So now that I have installed it in Cursor, and you have to log in to ChatGPT to make sure that you are actually able to use it. So you can log in or you can provide the API key, either way. So give me 1 second. Alright, now I'm gonna go to command palette. Okay, hold on 1 second. View command palette, type CodeX. I'm gonna open the CodeX sidebar, so you get to see the CodeX. This is where anything you type here, it gets. This is the one, when you look into this is the composer portion of it. This is the one that you can ask Cursor directly to do it. This is the one that you can ask CodeX to do it. Basically, these are really interesting because you can run multiple things and do multiple agents. You can run agents in cloud as well. So you can run locally to start building that application, but you can run stuff in cloud to build some other stuff, like maybe chatbot, maybe other features. So here, set local or cloud. I can actually I can connect to the CodeX web as well. I will keep that on. I'm gonna go back to Cursor so that Cursor. So I can actually, I connected to CodeX web. I can start building some, and I'm gonna be working locally at this moment. Then you can do the chat to get some ideas, run the stuff, make sure everything is good, and then you can start building it. Agent full access means it's going to be automatically doing the stuff, and that's what I'm going to be using, because it's going to be single prompt, just so that I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to put it up there and go for hiking and come right back and see things in action as such. We can create or select the model. Typically, CodeX would provide the high. This is the it used to be a high, medium, and low. Now Mini 5.1, in 5 it used to be high, medium, and low. In 5.1 they are providing Mini and CodeX. Because this is a simple application, I'm gonna try with Mini, and then I'll show you, because it uses less number of tokens and you have more time to build this stuff. So this is the model portion of it. You can still go to the legacy model, which is the 5 version, okay? And then reasoning is medium or high. I'm just gonna keep it in medium. So it uses less token. It would be building the stuff the way that I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one thing. This is what ChatGPT created. I will say that create the copy paste version. So I'm gonna make sure that it is a copy paste, so that you are an expert. Okay, I think the previous one was also the same thing. Oh yeah, copy paste. Okay, you're an expert. I'm just gonna go down all the way, and this is the end of the prompt. Copy this. You see, I have added one thing: how much token it used, which model it used, as well as what tools it used. I'll show you where I have done that, because these are small stuff, but interesting. So I'm gonna go to the chat mode first. I will remove this. Okay, so I will start in a chat mode that what I want to do, and this actually started to figure out what it needs to do. Okay, and it is doing a planning. I'm gonna do that, run all the stuff. It's evaluating all the things that it wants to do in a single command. If you're a good software developer, I can foresee in a single command you're able to do for all these items. Really, this is unbelievable. This is the power of it. It used to make a lot of mistakes. It used to do a lot. You still have to evaluate. Again, I keep telling everybody, you cannot just solely depend or only depend blindly on in the LLMs to build your application. What you must do, you must actually consider all of those components, go through it, make sure that it is done right. Now you don't have to write it, so that's the benefit of it. You can ask for optimization. I'll show you some of those places where you can go and you can get some of the directories and such. I might have shown you some of this stuff while it's building. Let's just go through one thing that I have found out. Cursor dot directory. If you go here, it actually based on your, let's say you're building something with TypeScript, SCRIPT. So if I'm doing something with TypeScript, then and you're using Next.js, React, Next.js, React, TypeScript cursor rule. So it actually gives you the whole rule, what it should. You can just copy and paste that into cursor. That just takes you, takes away all the guesswork. I'm sure you're gonna be doing it anyway, but cursor directory make it super easy. All the things that you wanted to do, these are the stuff. If you're doing in Expo, if you're doing it Vite, you can just go and find all these amazing codes. It's a detail of the things that you can, the prompts that you can copy and paste right into cursor. That's a really good one. Let me go back. There's so many tools. You guys are learning too. You should provide me those links. What are the things you're doing? Because there's no way one person can learn the things. So what we are doing at this moment, I am actually doing the chat. Give me in a chat mode. I should have done it in agent mode and fully auto. This is a single code. I'm gonna stop it at this moment. I will make it an agent mode. Oops. Full access. Yes. And change to agent full access mode. And I will paste that one more time. Because I don't want to click on those buttons and continue with the chats. I just want this to be built. So we already remember one thing, bunch of different things it did manually. It would actually find all the stuff that has been done. I can show you that that folder. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to get that folder to you. And you'll see all these changes and where it's happening. Oh, I'm in the wrong screen. So here in the project directories, I have created an app for LinkedIn, and you get to see all those folder and the files, all those things are getting built here. And again, this is kind of like a GitHub repo. If you have done in VS Code, it's done in locally. You can create and explore in editor mode as well if you want to, but we are in the agentic mode. I'm gonna stay here, and you get to see all the files as well right here, any way that you want. But again, you get to see the things, and all this stuff gets built. Once it is built, you can actually launch into browser right from here. So these are fun stuff that you get to see. You can search anything that you like. You can create and I'm gonna create a GitHub repo as well. You can initialize one, and you can publish in your GitHub as well, and all the modules that you can add. Again, if you're familiar with the VS Code, it should seem exact same thing. It's just using a more of an agentic component of it as well. Okay, so I am going to show you, and there is a lot more things you can do as you explore cursor, and I can even ask cursor to do a bunch of different things as well. So we're going to continue. Building this application. So just so you know, if you want to go back to that CodeX thing, you can come here and you can pin it. So if you go to the down arrow, you get to see all the tabs that we can get into. Go to CodeX, pin it, and then go to CodeX. Then you get to see all the changes that is being done. So normally what you would do, you take a significant amount of time. It takes a significant amount of time because you asked in one prompt to build all the application. You have noticed that I have not given any prompt. And I have given the full mode and full agentic mode. So just to make sure that it is being done, and you get to, I can monitor also from my folder that it is creating all these files, and in a single one. So I can come back. I'm gonna pause the video. We'll come back at the end because it would take quite a bit of time. As you can see how many files been created, 46 files been created. It is doing 1 out of 5 tasks. And remember one thing I told you before, this is agentic, so it would divide into tasks, and then slowly it will get into doing one agent at a time. It's agentic. It will build that. Right now it finished the design of the folder and the layout. It's implementing the backend. At this moment, it's implementing the backend scraping, parsing, AI analysis, and database layers. Then it would be building the front end, and it would create all the documentation, validate the application locally, and then it would give the run instruction, which is possibly going to be npm run dev, and it would run it locally in a particular port. So, okay, with that, we'll pause the video and we'll come back once it's done. So it looks like that it's actually built so many of these files, and then afterward it's actually running that environment. So it's doing the run npm dev, as well as run npm install, installing all the development, all the modules, making sure that everything is there, going through that whole process itself. Again, remember, there was only one prompt to build this application. We get to see how this application actually look like once it run. But remember one thing, this is exactly what the things are going. You have to spend quite a bit of time in prep. If you look into what we have done in ChatGPT, this application actually create a LinkedIn profile intelligence. Okay, what is the name of it? It provided, if you want to make a change, you can change that one. You are allowing a user to submit a LinkedIn profile URL, scrape public LinkedIn profile. So there is a scraper, web scraper built. Parse the field, headline, about, experience. Okay, it's gonna get all this thing. Use local AI engine to evaluate strength of the profile, identify missing recruiter keywords, produce ATS optimized, ATS application tracking system optimized recommendations, suggest industry specific headlines, about skill, recommend trending skills, and generate 30, 60, 90 day improvement plan. Okay, so this is great. So this is exactly what I wanted. It has written it even more professionally. It gives the tech stack, Next.js, React. If you want to make changes, you could. Fully responsive, making sure that it can be used anywhere. The backend, it provides all the details on the backend with the API and such. It provides the AI engine, keyword extraction, gap scoring. Okay, so a bunch of different things. It is actually the features it's providing with the AI engine. Some scraper, it's gonna be using the Beautiful Soup or Cheerio. Okay, that's the recommendation. Scrape only public HTML. We are not doing anything more than that. Local DB, maybe a simple, quick, light, and there are some the file structure it is providing, and the docs. This is very important. A lot of time we miss out the documentation portion of it. We must do that again. Each file must be complete, well structured, and referentially consistent. So everything should be consistent. This is a really good wording, and the things that ChatGPT is doing, giving me the guidance on how to write the proper prompt and making it explicit and contextual. And then we get the scrape module, extract HTML, parse module, identify all core sections, AI analysis, assistant chat engine, and additional features would be ATS optimization, optimization engine, trend intelligence, career transition. Wow, this is really good, more than what I was thinking about. And it would be running, it has already run that. I'm gonna see where it is. Localhost 3002. Let me just go there and see what it created. How about that? Localhost 3002. The site cannot be. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to the cursor. Sorry. Going to cursor. Backend remains in localhost 3002. You can now access the UI on. Okay. So this is the time that you have to iterate. An error for localhost 3002. The port may be used. Create this in localhost. I would say maybe 3004. Okay, because I've been building some of these applications and it's been easy. I'm gonna see that if the database site is up as well. Also error. Okay, I'm gonna say that getting same error for port 8000. Fix these. And again, this is something that you will face yourself to start back and front end. CLI busy, you can now access the UI. Long run. Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. LPI with LinkedIn profile intelligence started locally, but npm run dev hit 120-second as it launched both servers via concurrency. Okay. content fell back. Okay, so actually it was unable to launch this one. As you can see, everything what's wrong with that one. Now remember one thing, I changed the ports, so it is actually running the fine port, and front end uses the URL. If you still find the available ports and launch. So I'm just gonna ask the find the available port and launch it. Why should I do it? This is why the AI is for, is that right? So we get to see this a little bit better. This would be really good if we can build an application using a single prompt. Can you imagine how much, what you can see? Then afterward, we get to analyze how much token, what's the utilization, how much token it really used. Remember, I'm running inside cursor. I have not built, I could have run a few other CodeX web. If I go there, I'll see in the CodeX website. Give me 1 second. I think I'm trying to launch it. So if I go here, I can actually build. This is. Okay. This comes from all of my GitHub repo as well. I can ask in the repository. So I should build a repository. That's where it gets pushed, and you can ask questions. That's the benefit of it. Now once you have done that, code repo goes into a GitHub, and you start asking those questions. What happens is that you can start building your marketing plan. You can start building your social plan. All of those kind of stuff can be done. Again, we'll get to do those things a little later. Next action run on npm run dev, npm run dev. You don't, again, I'm running it. You don't have to run this one. It should be running by itself. So we'll see some possible error, and if this error persists, then I'll come back and fix it. Might take a little bit of time to do that anyway. So after a few iterations, actually I used two things. First of all, in the CodeX window, we have done some stuff, as well as what I did, I went to the cursor composer and used agent mode with Sonnet, which is Claude, to fix some of the errors. So again, we had that error. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. The error was actually the CORS, which is the cross origin, the port, basically the port error. We were using 3000, but because of the fact that I built some application in 3000 that was not available, so there is it actually created a Python to search the next port which is available, as well as for the front end, and for the back end it was using 8000, which was not available also, so it found the next one, which is 8002. So what I'm gonna do, let me just open up a new browser. Give me 1 second. While we are getting a new browser, we're gonna test it out. That would be 3004. Okay, So now that we have here, I'm gonna run my LinkedIn profile. I'll get to this. I'll copy my LinkedIn profile, put that in. So again, this is the LinkedIn profile intelligence for modern leaders. You know, it has a bunch of different things. So I'm gonna run the LinkedIn intelligence. Boom, you get a keyword gap, 20%. So there is a lot more things missing. Keyword: AI risk management, AI strategy, AI first product management. So think about this. Based on my profile, it would find all this amazing stuff. Now this is an application I can really publish and give it to anybody, whoever likes. You know, so headline rewrite is AI ready leader, data-driven execution, some of those things. About rewrite, so it goes section by section and it provides all those components. And what are the things not doing? It is so built a full-blown application. Because I'm not a developer, it took me a little extra time to figure out the error was a port error. And we keep running the same thing in the same port, and you're gonna keep getting the same error. So once I learned it, and the way I was actually fixing it, I asked Sonnet, what is that particular error? It says that, oh, this is a port conflict. So I asked him to create a full log, make sure that it's good and such, again in plain English, and it provided me with the guidance and fixed that error. Now we are able to run it, and it gives me all the things that I'm asking for it. That's fantastic. Really, it would continue to do that, and we can start enhancing. We can do a bunch of different other stuff that, you know, the profile strength. There are some errors that we can find out, and we get to see hydration fail because it's okay. See, these are few other errors that we can fix. But again, this is it's the first version of it already there, so we can publish it basically. There are a bunch of different rewrite components. You get to see these things, and it gives me a profile strength of 80%. There are 18 points gap, and top rendering skills based on my profile is going to be generative AI, product analytics, and AI strategy. And you can see all those components right here. Now there is an AI chat. We can ask questions, live assistant for profile coaching. So this is a full-blown app. So what is the benefit of it? With a single prompt, we build that app. Then we fixed some error. And the error, if you're a developer, you would understand it. And if you don't understand it, ask what does this error actually mean before you start fixing it, because you're possibly going to be doing the same thing over and over. So with that, hope you are building something amazing. Really start building something with a single prompt, maybe 5 prompt max. And I'd love to see some positive things that you're doing. Teach others, and everything you know, share. With that, thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Assalamu alaikum.